customize this chart so it looks more interesting and it tells the story we want to tell better. Just like a regular Excel chart, if you click the chart, then you have this tab at the top that says Pivot Chart Tools, or if it's just a regular Excel chart, it'll say Chart Tools. And the easiest way to navigate from object to object in the chart is to click the Layout tab, and then you have all the different parts of the chart here that you can select, like the axes and the grid lines and the plot area and so forth. You can also go over here to this drop-down box and select different parts of the chart, like the chart title, for example, and then you could just type in whatever you want for the chart title. What I like to do is right-click things. So I'm going to right-click the whole chart area, and I like to make the background look like sky since we're monitoring air quality. And I like to use a gradient fill that looks like the sky. So I like to use this preset color, and I like to have it look like a sky, which is always that the lightest part is at the bottom. And you can also change these gradient stops too to make the colors look differently. And you can go from object to object in the chart and in the same way. So I'm going to select the plot area now, right click it, format plot area, and I'm going to say gradient fill, and I'm going to make it look about the same. So it's like a little sky within a sky there. Then I also like to have the bars be more exciting looking. So I click the bars and make sure that you've selected the whole series, and you know what you've selected because it shows up here. So if sometimes it's easy to think you're formatting something but you're actually formatting something else, because it's sometimes if you just click, then now you see I've only got August selected, so sometimes it's hard to make sure that you've selected the whole series and not just a point. So I've selected the whole series, and I can be sure of that too because over here in the drop-down box it says series total. So I'm going to right click, say format data series, and I'm going to make these look pretty interesting looking by using this. And I like to have it be the other direction because the more dangerous is the higher concentration. And then I also make it not so horribly scary looking by having it be less red and a little bit more yellow. You can also play around with the brightness, which really changes the color and sometimes does some cool things. And remember, you need people to look at your chart. So the less boring it looks, the more they're going to look at it and remember it and make these items tell a story. So like here, clearly, this isn't good towards the top. You can also change the transparency. One thing you can do is you could have the background be a picture like of your air monitoring station or a mountain on your land, and then you might want to vary this transparency so that you could see through it to see your background picture of your air monitoring station or your truck. And in this way you can go from object to object in the chart. So for sure we have to put in the axis title for the vertical because you always have to have units. So we're going to say that we want a vertical text over here, and you just double click in here to select the first word, and then you can write in whatever you want.